Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my stream. I am Karen Russmore, as always. It'd be shock if I wasn't, wouldn't it? I am playing through Pathfinder Kingmaker, and this is like the 22nd session. I need to go back and figure out when I actually switched from 2-hour sessions to 3-hour sessions, because this is like session 22 off the top of my head. It's either 20 or 22. I'm pretty sure it's 22. And that, even at 2 hours a session, that's like 44 hours. But I've been doing 3-hour sessions, so that would be 66 hours. But I know that I've not done all of them at 3-hour sessions. So I'm kind of curious as to how long I've spent playing this game so far. It's one of them things where it's like, I'm enjoying the game, don't get me wrong, but at the same token, if I was playing this off stream, I probably would have put this down at some point and started playing something else and not gotten back to it. So I'm kind of pleased with myself for seeing it through this far. I was discussing with one of my Pathfinder 2 GMs earlier where it's like, it's the reason I started the stream is just so that I have the persistence to go at it. Because we were discussing sort of like games that we completed semi-recently. You're the alchemist. What was I doing? Was I taking this guy or was I just using him for the fact that he is a treasurer? Hopefully. I mean, no, he is a treasurer. Do I want to go back and get some other people? Because Lindsay, that's what I was doing. There is this going on. Stuck somewhere along the muddy roads of the Gnarl Marches. That's North Gnarl Marches. This is Dire North Gnarl Marches, and this is South Gnarl Marches. So it could be bleeding anywhere. I don't really see anything. No, it's not like, oh, this is the main road from. I should go investigate her death, kind of thing. Find the bull carcasses, which was related to the undead party member's death. Bogard hunting grounds. Could do somewhere. Just potter around and go weird and wonderful places. Visit the Taldan ruins. Why do I want to visit? Oh, Sorrow Flow. That's for the tiefling. Oh, yeah, Kessie, who is either Kessie or not Kessie. Hey, hi, Ellie. How's it going? So confused as to what I'm supposed to be doing. Right, I think I am about ready to. I'm gonna try this Candlemere Tower, but I want to go change my party out first. Because I got Jubileos, Jubilee something. Day's not going too bad. So like, it's like 9 o'clock over here, so it's actually starting to head downwards and winding down. And I have a new follower. That's Ryu. Somebody is a new follower. 3 minutes ago. Welcome. Say hi in the chat if you want to. Just follow along if you don't. So yeah, I'm kind of like winding down for the day. Nailed that name. I mean, I'm not very good with names in general. I used to work on a help desk. I won't say which one because I don't work for them anymore, but wasn't a pleasant time. But I got given this call log, and it was to ring this person back, and it was ADELE. Now, I know what you're all thinking. There's a famous singer with exactly the same name, but I don't think she was around at that point, or I'd not heard her at that point. But I'm looking at it, and it's like, rather than sort of like asking somebody, it's like, how do you pronounce this name? Nah, it's just like ring up the client. It's like, can I speak to Adele? Adele? Adele. Then my boss over the show, it says Adele. It's like, oh. Would have never guessed. Can I speak to Adele? And the other person the person on the end of the line was just cracking up. And this is the thing. It's like that. If you ask me, in my humble opinion, unless you've come across a name, especially names before, unless you know the origin of the name and have a reasonably good idea as to how it's supposed to be pronounced, you do not stand a snowball's chance in guessing it. You know, I'll admit that Adele isn't actually that uncommon of a name, and I probably should have heard of somebody at this point in my life called Adele and seen it written out, but I just hadn't. So confusing. I do wish the kobolds would stop casting spells at me. I'm guessing that there's somebody up here because there's noise. Oh look! That cat is back. Curious as to what that cat is actually about. Just wander over this way a little. Because the last time there was people over there.
You deserved it.
Julius. A chemical bomb. Can we get one over there?
This spell has other uses.
I guess not. Move up that way. You're gonna support Amory. Jubilee lost.
Primitives.
See, as much as I don't like his attitude sometimes of Jubileost, his character at least entertains me. Concentrate on the thing that isn't me. Oh, that cat has spell resistance.
Let us strike as one.
Yeah, get you. So, also, if new people aren't aware, I have a giveaway planned when I hit 50 followers. I need to figure out how to set up some kind of sort of like counter, and or sort of like give me alerts for how many people are following as and when they occur. I don't have anything like that set up at the moment, as you can see, but when we get to 50 followers, I say when I get to 50 followers, I will be doing a giveaway. See, can I only aim it at people? That's a bit pants. I mean, that damage is not pants, and that it needs to hit a 2 is really nice. Dang.
Will they ever learn?
Might be using Jubileost a little bit more than I thought I would.
A calculated risk.
Come on, murder things. Oh. There's a couple more at the back. There's a couple more coming in from the side. So many kobolds. They're everywhere. Yeah, I think that might have been my first natural one. You mean dice rolls? I loaded up Fantasy Grounds Unity, which is the next version of Fantasy Grounds. It's been in development for like over a year now. Pretty sure. It's been a while. But one of the things is if you already owned it and got in on the sort of like early bird Kickstarter, you could upgrade your edition, and I have the Ultimate Edition for like $30, so it worked out a lot cheaper for me to do it there and then. I don't usually buy into pre-orders of Kickstarters. It's not that I don't want to. Well, I say that I don't. I do. I do it more than I'd like to admit. But I've had this thing, because I pre-ordered it on the Kickstarter, it was like, you'll get it from beta, and it's like, I don't want it from beta. Thank you very much. I mean, it's all very pretty and everything, but at the same token, it's very much not finished, and that's not what I want to be faffing around with when I'm trying to GM a tabletop game.
This will hurt.
And anyway, it's recently came up that there were, yeah, I was gonna, that's kind of why I changed my mind as to saying that I don't get much on Kickstarter, because it's actually, no, I do get a fair bit. This is a Kickstarter, the next one that Owlcat Studios is doing, which is Wrath of the Righteous, that started off as Kickstarter. I've pre-ordered that. I get plenty of video games from Kickstarter, so like, no, I'm lying there. I've been bitten before on Kickstarter, not too badly. I'm not sort of like, you know, you hear about people who spend, you know, thousands of dollars on Kickstarter and then it just doesn't take off, and it's all like, that's all the money that I invested gone. I've only had one project do that to me. But what kind of annoyed me about Kickstarter was there were so many companies that didn't really need kickstarting that jumped on board Kickstarter.
Amateurs.
You know, I don't know if they did, but you know, it's like when you see somebody like EA turn around and go, "We're kickstarting this game." It's all like, no, you've got the money to be able to fund that yourselves. You're just wanting the money now rather than later. And a fair few companies did that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw some Ubisoft titles on there where it's like, you've got the money, why not just make it? I can kind of understand in some regards, because one of the things is like, if they wanted to come out with a new IP that they really weren't sure about, Kickstarter is sort of like a great way of sort of like, we've got this idea, we're not sure if it's gonna work. So we'd like to hit a minimal value. You know, it doesn't even have to be a lot of money. It's just like we're wondering if people are interested in this idea. How about, you know, if we get $10,000, which is nowhere near enough to make a video game of AAA quality. It'll prove to us that, you know, it's a viable idea, that people are interested in it. And for a smaller studio, that makes perfect sense. You know, and there are still some small studios out there. I can't think of many off the top of my head. Not Ubisoft. Introvision.
Stay behind me.
They are a very small studio. They've got like 5 games to their name in total. And I could kind of understand if they came out and said, you know what, we're not sure if this is going to work, so let's get some money from Kickstarter. Oh, let's get some money up first, if you all think that it's a good idea.
This is where I step in.
And when the money turns up, it's all like, yeah, it's a good idea, we'll make the game. So that's kind of what put me off buying video games from Kickstarter. But at the same token, it's like, Owlcat Studios straight up said, you know, we're doing Wrath of the Righteous on Kickstarter, and I was like, yeah, I enjoyed Pathfinder Kingmaker. I'm going to get that because it's also a nice way to get it slightly cheaper, and Owlcat is not a big studio. I think they've got a couple of games to their name, but I think Pathfinder Kingmaker was one of their first.
Tear them apart!
One of the
You right.
right. Let me just go back up to Hasbro. Hasbro did something similar. It was an unusual collector's items, which just plain wouldn't get made unless they knew there was an audience. So yeah,
You deserved it.
doing something small and doing something limited as well to a certain degree. You know, on Kickstarter,
Primitives.
it's all like an interesting way of doing it. You know, it's all
My
like
hand.
you buy it on Kickstarter, you'll get it. If you don't, then you know it's gone forever.
Calculated risk.
That, to a certain degree, is an annoyingly good business strategy because you'll get a lot of people where it's like, well, I don't really want to buy it on Kickstarter because I know that they're going to make it anyway. But at the same token, if I don't get it on Kickstarter, then I'm going to lose out. But yeah, I like buying weird and wonderful stuff on Kickstarter. I'm one of them people though where it's all I got to be careful when I get on Kickstarter because it's all I'm so tempted just to go down the list and go, ooh, that's a good idea, ooh, that's a good idea, ooh, that's a good idea, and just buy everything that I come across, as long as it looks semi-reasonably made. I've seen some dire ideas on Kickstarter, but I mean, to a certain degree, it's precisely the place where people should put up their ideas, because you never know what's going to be popular and what might work for some people. Just was not doing it for me. But yeah, I got burnt. Like I said, I got burnt once on Kickstarter. There's a comic out there called Goblins. And the person who wrote it, or is writing it, got approached by somebody and had this idea of making a board game,
Hungry. When we stop.
which is kind of like a card game.
I shall end this.
And it got play tested and it went off to production. I keep saying he because they used to be a he. They were a he at the time. They're now a she.
This will hurt.
So I'm trying to remember to use a gender neutral they. And unfortunately, it got into the production stage. They did all the work on it, and then the guy who took basically was going to be producing it and designing it, took all the money and fled.
I'll try to make this swift.
And that's the last that we ever heard of it. If you go up on Kickstarter and can dig into the project, it still basically says that it's under copyright, not restrictions, but sort of like contested. Yeah, I don't think I lost much on that, but I mean, the author, let's use names, Ellipsis, she basically, shortly after that, suffered a bit of a mental breakdown.
Will they ever
Luckily,
learn?
saw a therapist who
Wishes.
basically worked with them to work out exactly what was going wrong, figured out that there was some underlying issues and that they were basically part of the breakdown was because they'd spent most of their life pretending to be a guy when they actually felt more like a woman. So it doesn't end badly. I mean, they've made a really good recovery, as far as I'm aware.
So it's come to this.
And the comic is still going on, but at the same thing, token, it's like the board game money, it's nowhere to be seen. I don't blame the author for that, because it's like they did everything they could. Where are these last goblins? I'm going to assume at the back. They're not goblins. Bandits. Nope. Ah, there they are. Well, there they are. Yeah. Again, cards is possibly one of my downfalls. I don't do tarot cards. I do playing cards. But I think I've got a couple of... I think I've got at least one set on the way. Which are steampunk themed. I imagine there's a lot of pressure on the other side of a Kickstarter if it suddenly gets bigger than you expect. Oh, here's the one that I was talking about. Let's have a look. Are they? No, they're not. Who did these? Weirdworks. The back of them look very familiar to a set that I've seen elsewhere. But yeah, I mean, I suppose I would imagine that there's a lot of pressure, and that pressure can possibly mount up where it's like, yeah, I want a couple of £1,000 to do this. Because that was one of the most ridiculous ones that I've seen. There's a webcomic called Order of the Stick, and again, this was more sort of like, is it worth doing kind of Kickstarters for reprints. So they'd had their web series printed out in volumes, and had managed to sell them all. So when people were coming up and asking, oh, is Volume 1 ever going to come back in stock? The answer was generally sort of like, well, no, not really. We've printed them. And it took a while to shift that lot. And it was quite a financial investment. And it really did take a while to recoup that money because it took so long for them to all sell. So the person decided to do a Kickstarter. And it was just like, we're going to reprint them. Basically, all the tiering things was basically 1 book of your choice, 2 books of your choice, 3, and I think it was like all 4 books. And it was like, to make this worthwhile, need to raise $10,000. And then we can put in a big enough order to keep the price down. And they managed to raise, by the end of it all, $2 million. Which came as a bit of a shock to them. And to me, just looking at it from the outside, because I don't buy into these kind of things. It was good to see that it happened, but it's not something that I do for my webcomics. I'd rather just read them on the web. I don't really feel the need to go back and troll all the way through, so I don't tend to buy, sort of like collections of them. Composite short bow. I am curious about that wolf, or whatever it is. He keeps turning up. And none of these bandits have any money, so I'm just going to leave. And yeah, they were really surprised that it got the support that it did. They were so chuffed to bits that they were a millionaire for like 20 minutes. Because the money came in from Kickstarter and then it all left to go out to different printing places. That one, they did a lot of sort of like
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
stretch goals. Because it was basically getting to the bulk point of it was possible for them to order in books in such volumes that they were getting a discount for them. And so most of their stretch goals were just like, yeah, we've saved some money on the books, so we're now doing stickers and postcards and just all sorts came out as the stretch goals. I think they even went to doing fridge magnets at one point. But yeah, one of the things for me is, especially with, so I have a little bit of advice with playing cards. Those cards, yes, they look nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's also sort of like I'm not a massive believer in reading tarot cards, so I'm probably never going to use them for that. I might use them for some roleplay campaign idea that I'll have. But at the same token, I need one deck of tarot cards for that. I don't need like 20 decks. I mean, I don't need 20 decks of playing cards, but, I don't think I've got 20 yet. Pretty sure I don't have 20 yet. But at the same token, it's like I could just spend lots and lots of money on Kickstarter just buying different decks of cards for random things. How did I get onto Kickstarter? Nope, no idea. Jubilius cordially greets you with the document. Baron, you'll never guess what your treasurer is holding. He waves a piece of paper above his head. The ink on it still seems wet. This is a list of things that tumbled out of the wall of your basement. As the workers were undertaking repairs, Jubilius adjusts his glasses and starts reading. A gilded guard, 1 silverware, 3 a set of old coins. The list is long and varied, so I'll get straight to the point. It appears that your workers uncovered the Stag Lord's secret cache, items stolen from his own henchmen. Finding the true owners of these things will be a hard and thankless job, while taking these trinkets for your own chest is complicit in He uses big and complicated words that I can't read. Expropriation? In other words, robbery. Thank you. As your financial advisor, I recommend a compromise. Appraise these riches and spend an equal amount on reviving the village laid waste by the bandits. And let the treasurers bring some good to those who suffered under the most under the Stag Lord. Well, the owner of Rome will use them to revive the villages that suffered. That sounds like the best one. Expropriation. See, that doesn't sound right when I'm trying to say it. Esk. No. X. Pro-pre-8. Iron. I'm guessing that's supposed to be shun. Well, no. There's no sh or tsh. Expropriation. Sean. Okay. I mean, it basically means robbery. Why he couldn't just use the word robbery, I don't know. The owners of these things might be dead or on the run. We will use them to revive the villages that suffered most under the Stag Lord's reign. I knew you'd follow my advice. Barony effect, community 3+. Support the treasurer's endeavours. I can appreciate using uncommon and potentially complicated words if there's cause to do so, you know, when it's that very explicit definition that you're after. Ooh, we have a rank up. That'd be nice. Because it's saying here we lose 1 BP lost due to low economy, which happens on 3 of these. If we can get the economy up, then hopefully that will balance out and we'll get more BP per week. Jubilee is currently busy with something else for 16 days. And we don't want to spend too much. How much does this cost? It doesn't. Okay, great stuff. It's just I want to take over the regions. This region, which is going to cost 400 BP. And we've got 111. We'll get there. But yeah, sometimes using exactly the word that you want / need makes sense. At other times, I just don't feel that it's worth it. Especially when there is a easier word like robbery. So like, why bother with the complicated word when the simpler word will do? Although I do remember this one time, I was applying for a job in a library. Library. You know what I mean. I wrote out the application, and because of the way that it works over here is, if you go, at the time, if you were unemployed for so long, basically they had people keeping an eye on you, making sure that you were actually applying for work, so that you could get your benefits. I had to go to one of these things, and it's a library of all places. So I was using my best English. Just every, I wouldn't say fancy word that I could figure out, but it was so like, I used the word verbose. Which, if you've never heard of it, it basically means detailed and or excessively detailed. Much like this explanation. And the advisor there looked at it and it was like, I don't think you should use that word. And it's like, why not? People might not understand what it means. It's all like, it's a library. I'm pretty sure they have the dictionary. If they don't, I'm worried about the state of the library. That didn't go down well with the advisor. I may have been incredibly sarcastic at times, which didn't go down very well with the advisors. Now, do I really want to be dragging Lindsay around? Do I want to drag Lindsay around? I mean, do I want to take Jubilee off? He's not bad. Or do I want to switch back to Octavia? Because Octavia has that hungry pit. I'm going to take ask Lindsay, because if I stumble upon this printing press, might not know what. I hate games where you've got decisions to make like this. You know. I just feel to a certain degree it's unnecessary. It's nice and it's a nice feature. Yeah, that's really not what the public library demographic is, lol. What's not the public library demographic? People who don't know the meaning of the word verbose? People who don't know how to use a dictionary? I don't know, I'm pretty sure I left the word verbose in there. I ignore a lot of... Yeah, most people who use public library tend to be fairly intelligent. I think it flips kind of both ways. It's all like they tend to either be very intelligent or not so much and are trying to improve. And I don't blame them for trying to improve.
In due time.
Because it's good that people, you know, there's nothing worse than somebody who is not smart. Why is dog's name permanently highlighted?
Adventures call to them.
Go away, dog. Oh, that's going to annoy me. Right, it is daylight here, so it's less creepy. The kid may be here. These plants look like they're going to get up and attack me. Can't remember anything else about this island. Lost Child, Tig, Candlemere Lake. Curse of Candlemere, here we go. Here we are, before your very eyes, Candlemere Lake. Dark, terrifying, and mysterious. Well, actually the shore doesn't seem terrifying at all. The ruined tower is the only thing spoiling the view. Time for a walk, it seems. From long experience, my local library, the clientele are those without jobs using local computers for internet access, and children who run around rampant rather than going home. But I live in a rather underprivileged area, so that may be influencing things. See, I'm not into. I don't know where my local town, my local library kind of fits into the whole privileged kind of thing.
To victory!
Yay, people made reflex saving throws. Jesus Christ on a skateboard. Now I remember why I didn't like this place. Can I have the go, please? Right. Ekund, if you shoot this guy, it's not going to kill you. Right. Carefully move away. Yeah, that is a lot of lightning bolts. Glad somebody else noticed. Luckily, although these guys are dangerous, they're not all that hardy. Do me a favor, take a 5-foot step back before unleashing the crossbow.
This is where I step in.
You forced my hand.
War wisps. And I think it's only a once a day ability, or it's an opening ability that's not in general too bad. Because if it was just continually doing that, then I'd probably end up dead. Right.
Let's
Can we finish
try
off that one
this
at least? Yes, we can. Turn around, stab that guy. No, you missed.
Stay behind me.
Nice. Come on, the rest of you, finish it off.
Serves you right.
Ooh. I mean, you needed 19 to hit, so not surprising. Alrighty
as
then.
it should be.
Somehow the cleric managed to survive unscathed, as did the barbarian. The barbarian makes sense, the cleric not so much. What am I gonna do with you? I think we're going to... Oof. How many charges on one of Bless? Might have forgotten to pick us. Oh, no, I used it up. Alright, I could go for cure critical. No, I don't want to use... Ooh, that might be a good idea. How long does this last? 10 minutes. That is not long at all. See, this is the thing about using the resources. Starfinder rounds down as a rule, right? Not sure off the top of my head. I generally tend to round down, and I think the general rule of thumb is you always round down. See, this is the thing about continually using spells and abilities, because it's all like this would be nice because it's protection from electricity, communal. Everybody gets 120. Not 120. Like 70, 84 points of electrical temps. Which is nice. The only thing is, it only lasts for 10 minutes. So we know there's things throwing around electricity about the place. But do we really want to be using it all up? Right now. When... Searing Light, Archons... Aura, let's get that to... Valerie, and let's have a slightly smaller one on me. That healed me for 24. Yeah, that'll do. Right, Bull Strength, Bear's Endurance. Lindsay's got the Cat's Grace. So, yeah. But yeah, those 10 minutes, it's nice. But do I prep it now? The combat certainly didn't last long enough, and they didn't use enough electricity to warrant... Hello, a torn damp page. To warrant casting it mid-combat. So it's one of them tricky ones where it's like, this spell is really useful, but never know quite when to use it. I've described the plant and the wound it caused as soon as I could. I hope in the future I'll be able to show these notes to some druid to learn more about this stuff. I should have known better than to go into a bush thicket. The slope was the slope was steep. And it was dangerous to climb here anyway, even if these light creatures won't bother us. Rimsel started to behave strangely earlier this morning. He acted like a real madman, made me search for a shortcut to the ruins, and then refused to heal me when I got wounded by a fawn. Damn priest constantly pushes us ahead. Supposedly he has a message from Nethys himself, and while his god is waiting for him in the tower, the cleric has no time for petty matters. I'm starting to believe all those rumors about the followers of Nethys and their unreliability were true. I wanted to turn back and leave the gold where it belongs, but Bert persuaded me to keep moving forward. According to him, this Gunderson guy has got the wrong meaning of the word treasure. The paladin is convinced that the treasure, which really is hidden in the tower, is some priceless magic knowledge left there by ancient dwellers of this island. but he's not sure he can get to the place through the thickets without my help. If I had my way, I'd just leave this mess as it is. I seriously doubt our client is interested in some dusty old books. But this argument won't work for the cleric who worships a god of magic and the paladin who serves a god of knowledge. Bert tried to heal my wounds by himself. As a result, it is almost closed, but still stings bitterly. I hope it's a passing side effect, because at least for now, I have no way back.
Cannot hide from me.
I'll try to make this swift.
Let us strike as one.
There we go. Tempted again to cast that spell, but why is there a duck? Or a mallard? Pretty sure it's a mallard. Some loot over there.
Keep this up much
I need
longer.
inspiration.
Dawnflower, grant me strength.
And now Tristan's dead, so nobody gets any healing. Jesus.
Nowhere
Wept.
to run. No strike wasted.
This won't kill me.
This
It
should
might
do
do.
it.
Do not falter.
Why is Valerie not falling down?
Oh, right. Bring it.
Ancient Will-O-Wisp. Dog, go help out. Alright, you best get good at this. Jesus. Jesus. Hey! You know that bit I said about getting good at this? That was the moment you could have turned this around. Okay. Come on.
I aim true.
Come on.
Calculated risk.
Not bad, not bad. It's not looking great for us, but
Calm down. Not dead yet.
might be able to stay in this. Come on, do your stuff, Cameron. Really.
I grant you dead.
I can't switch bows.
This will hurt.
Thinking of switching bows. I'm out of hit points. Need to kill it this round.
I'm wounded.
Oh,
Share
alright.
your trouble.
I mean, one good thing about this being terrible
Something
is it
bothering you?
makes sense to channel positive energy. Do you want any advice for this? No, I'm good for the moment. I mean, my only other thing is like throw up the protection from electrical community and basically run towards the tower, assuming the tower's around somewhere. Don't actually know what I'm here for yet. But yeah, let us do that. Let's see how much of a terrible idea this turns out to be. There we go. Right, keep moving, keep moving. Grab that loot. Got it. Dead body. Grab all that stuff. Chaos shard. Sorry. Ta-da! No damage.
You deserved it.
My only concerns about using the any protection from electricity communal is that it's got a 10-minute counter on it, which I don't mind too much, but at the same token it's one of them where it's like I wasn't sure if it was worthwhile using now or hopefully get some kind of indication of when we're actually going to get into a fight with these guys. Now I figure it's probably just best to cast it and keep running. Has it run off on somebody already? Yeah, it's run out on Valerie already. And there goes Damrain's. Great stuff. I mean, at least the majority of the electrical damage was resisted.
Tear them apart!
I can switch back to the luck bell
Cannot hide from me.
because I need the better to hit. 5 foot movement away.
So it's come to this. This should do it.
If we could all just stop missing terribly, that would be much appreciated.
Any last wishes?
This won't kill me.
Love the way you say that it won't, but it nearly might. Oh, Jesus.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help with my dice rolls that these things take
A
longer.
calculated risk.
I
Stay
just wish that it, would be lasting for more than one round, because it might be a case that I'll actually have to go rest up, get Tristan all on communal energy. All these 4th level, I think, 3rd, 4th level, whichever they are, and just really buff up on the communal energy. But at the same token, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to win this fight, despite having used it. Because nobody can hit a bleeding thing. Oh my word.
You forced my hand.
There we go, that did some damage.
This will hurt.
Anybody else want to hit these bleeding things? It's just more Ekund. He's got a, Amory has got 11, requires 11 or 16s to hit. Ekund, so he'll shoot this guy, and every other round he's missed. So that's one miss, that's two misses. That final one was a hit, but it had to be a natural 20 to do it. And it's just so like, yes, I appreciate that they've got fairly high armor classes, but I've got a plus 16 modifier. Should be a case that at least one shot a round hits. I don't expect Tristan to hit all that often.
Do not falter.
I don't know whether it's me just seeing it for sort of like I'm unlucky in a lot of dice rolls. If there's any of my GMs still in the chat, they can attest to that. But those couple of rounds where Anne-Marie was missing, she needs a 5 on the die to hit. It's another natural 1. 3 misses from Ekund. There we go. We loot. Only the last page is readable. Left me behind. I begged them to stay. Rimzil didn't care. Nethys has turned the dark face to him, so the cleric is lost to us. Bert promised to come back, but it's been a long time since he left, and he hasn't showed up yet. I hope the paladin survived and managed to save himself at least. These are the last words of my log. The wound is festering. Some yellow stuff oozes from it. I couldn't climb the rock and reach the runes. Guess now I won't be able to even stand. My skin burns and I can barely breathe. I'll die on this cursed island and no one will ever know where I've spent my last hours. Left alone. But I'm not alone. Damn those lights in the underbrush. They are closer now. I'm not delirious. They came for my death. Lights watch. Wants my pain. Estril take my soul. Right.
I'm listening.
Only Amory got seriously messed up there. The thing is, for the level 4 one, I want to recharge that. I'm going to burn this to heal her though. That did not do as much as I would have liked. Let's burn that one to heal her up. Not looking too shabby. Let's have both Valerie and Amory get a medium. There we go. Everybody's looking pretty. Don't want to climb that hill just yet. There's a chest over here that I want.
I wish there was
God
another way.
damn it!
I require healing.
Of course you do. We're getting murdered.
Cannot hide from me.
Serves you right.
This should do it.
I'm not entirely sure if I agree with the design choice to not have things fade out.
I can't keep this up much longer.
I know you can't, you're nearly dead. It's okay, just stand there and take it like a good tank.
You deserved it.
Come
I'll
on.
try to make this swift.
There we go.
Avenge me. One of the questions from my players recently: can I really be a tank if a GM never hits any for anything less than a 19 against me? I mean,
So it's come to this.
that is one of my issues with
Bring it!
the way that the health
A calculated
system
risk.
works within D&D. Yeah, you can tank if you've got a high enough AC, but for some reason GMs always seem to roll high and you just hit the deck. In Starfinder, the only real effective way to tank is to basically be a bag full of hit points, and you can do that very well with some of the class choices. And when you manage to pull it off, it's just quite simply a case of, you know, you've got a lot of hit points.
I can't.
Oh wow, everybody's failing to pick this lock on the bleeding thing. That's a little bit annoying. Right. I am healing up. It's pretty much the last of it. We want to climb up here.
Done with waiting.
Right here, my friend.
But I am going to burn this communal electricity. If the enemies don't change up the hill. Where's this bleeding? There it is.
Running won't help you!
We're gonna have to turn around and go get some more. Oh, Jesus. Rage, move forward. Yeah, the lightning effects are pretty at least.
A troop.
I just wish it wasn't so overbleeding powering. I mean, I could be doing this, so I shouldn't be here yet. I should be pursuing some other goal.
This will hurt.
But I think I mentioned it in my last stream that it's like this game is not being excessively clear on what I should and shouldn't be doing, when I should and shouldn't be doing these things. Which makes it very difficult for me to know exactly, are these at my level? I mean, these are level 16, or CR 16s. So I think I'm holding my own fairly well against them. Given the fact that the party is level 17? Not 17. 7, maybe. Yep, 7. Alright, dog, you can still no longer not get through. That's the injured one. Come on. Kendo, come on. There we go.
Let's try this way.
Nice.
Repent!
Let us strike as one!
Okay, that messed us up. Sweet syrup. Yep, don't know how long it's been lying here on the floor, but I'll take that sweet syrup. Moonstone, scrolls of acid, scrolls of scorching ray. Nothing else on that side.
Share your troubles.
I'm pretty much out of healing, but let's burn that last one off. Let's have a quick save, just in case somebody dies.
We will prevail!
I need your breath.
Oh, right.
Oh, Saren Ray, I see your light.
Survive. I always survive.
Well, Tristan's permanently dead. I'm gonna reload. Yeah, now everybody does. Reload. Let's descend the hill. Let's run away. I'm not sure if perma is perma, but I'm not, because I still have, or should have, in my inventory, a piece of paper for Ray's dead, which is great. Only problem is, the only person that I know or I've got with me is Tristan. It also has a heavy penalty. Coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The subject gains 2 permanent negative levels when raised, just if they've been hit by an energy drain. And then you need to cast Restoration, I think it is, to get rid of permanent negative levels. But yeah, it's one of them where it's like I don't have any means of bringing Tristan back, and I don't know what had happened if I fled the area. Gonna go back to my capital. I'm probably gonna try and pick up some scrolls of communal protection from lightning. Get rid of these death's doors. Find out what the city wants now. Unlock a new leader post. Oh. Throne room. Sometimes running away and coming back later is a good idea. The stolen lands are dangerous even for experienced adventurers. See, 2 of these are pointing to the curse of Candlemere Island. That, I think, is related to the kingdom, which isn't that bad. I've got this errand to go to the Mud Bowl. I've got these things to do with companions, which I'd be curious to do that one, but I have no idea where it is. I suppose I could go investigate her death. I do really think I have a feeling that there is some degree of AI? Maybe? There's just something behind the messages. Right, that's not changed. Tristan will be finished next. Oh, you'll actually be finished with something soon. But it's one of them where it's just not clear from the outset what is too difficult and what is. So I get unlucky. I get really bad do you get a lot of games now which are great for tips at the start of games and painfully patronising at the end of games? Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I just stopped reading them eventually. For the most part, but at the same token, alright, who sells spell scrolls? Well, you have some, but I think you're wizard. I'm definitely not seeing any communal protection from energy there, though. Let's have a see of your wares. Scrolls of Raised Dead. Serious wounds. Nope, it's not you either.
That is not far.
Really doesn't look like this guy. Nope. Oh, is it this guy? Yes, it's this guy. He's a cleric one. Getting killed by a level 80 Orc Chief in the Shadow of War. Reloading tip, look out for Orc Chief weakness and exploit them. He doesn't have any weaknesses, game. He's level 80. I mean, yeah. That sometimes happens. Right. Scroll of protection from electricity. See, why is that 10 minutes a level? Communal. 10 minutes. Jeez, these are expensive. I mean, I was wondering the other day what I'm supposed to spend money on. It's just how many more do I need? That's what I should have done to a certain degree, is sort out his spells. See, I don't want to buy like 10 and find out that I don't need 10. And that'll be like 8,000 gold. I'll buy 5. Oh, wrong way. Wrong one. Now, 5 communal energy ones. Scroll of, wait. Scroll of resist electricity. This abjuration grants all allies within 25-foot limited radius protection against whichever of the 5 energy types you select. Acid, cold, electrical, fire, or sonic. The subject gains energy 10 against the energy type chosen, meaning that each time the creature is subjected to such damage, whether from natural or magical, damage is reduced by 10. Does anybody know how much damage those lightning bolts were doing? I mean, they did just tear into us, absolutely. And these are cheaper, which would suggest they're not as good. something in my mouth. See, I'm tempted to see these last for 10 minutes, but are only good up to a certain point, but grant immunity. Let's close this up a second. Yes. Oh. Gee, thanks, chat log. Thanks for erasing all evidence that I've done anything. So yeah, I'll just double check to see, if the will-o'-the-wisps were doing over 10 damage. Oh wait, no, I can't. I could use your bleeding help. Does Tristan have... What spells does he have access to? He doesn't have the resist one. He's only got the protection from energy, which is a number of points. So I could use both. Right, let's... Oh wait, shoot. Control Fireball won't... Yeah, I have to prepare one of those for the domain slots. But I can prepare 2 communal energy stuff. I could use your help, Cleric. I'm going to take these resist electricity communal. Gonna take 10 of those. And see how this goes. Because it doesn't run out after 10 minutes. So I probably don't need 10. Because I don't think I'm going to be like 50 minutes in there. In Starfinder, if a stat block doesn't mention reach, does that mean it just has a standard 10 feet? I've got one creature that lists it, and it lists it as 5 feet. Another that doesn't list reach at all. I mean, generally it is whatever is average to that creature size. So if it is a smaller or medium, then it is a 5-foot reach. If it is a large creature, then it will have a 10-foot reach. Goes up depending on the creature size. There is a little bit of a guide in the back of the core rulebook that says if it is a long creature, then it might have, so like 15 foot of reach, as opposed to a tall creature of the same size category, which would only have a 10-foot reach. If it doesn't mention it, then it's usually as standard. The creature where it lists it as 5 feet, it would not surprise me if it's tiny, which means that it wouldn't usually have a reach of 5 feet, or it is large or bigger and it's restricted down to 5 feet. Hope that answers your question. Take those before I regret life choices. Ooh, sell. Why did they not? Oh wait, no, I've not done the junk sell. There we go. And I've got a new dagger called a Chaos Shard. So let's have a look at this Chaos Shard, because at the moment I've just got the Arcane Protector, which is a +3 dodge bonus to a... That's got a 23 dodge bonus? It's got a +3 dodge bonus? Jesus. Yeah, like the eel shark had a 15 reach as it was long. Yes. So, but at the same token, it's not always clear if it's the standard reach distance. It kind of surprised, the creature with 5 foot does sound a little bit of an oddity, but I'm guessing it should. It's either smaller or larger. See, what's actually letting this down is a punch dagger, but the punch dagger is my weapon, my focused weapon, which gets a +1 to it. But if I actually put both of them there, then it'd actually be a +2 dagger with increased crit range, but only a ×2 crit. Say, or 1 +1 on damage, and it has a chance to confuse enemies on a hit. I don't like not using my focus weapons. What is this Piranha Strike? Okay, might want to turn that off at points. Bewildering injury, disorientating injury. At 4th level, debilitated, bewildered becomes bewildered, -2 AC. It takes all attacks by the rogue. See, that's really nice. On attack rolls. Reduce speed. And that's because of the helmet I'm wearing. Can you change your focus?
It should be.
You mean the Piranha? Oh, the weapon focus. No, that's a feat. And you're not allowed to retrain feats in this, as far as I'm aware. I could double down and take another weapon focus. But I've got his next feat planned out anyway because it's there's the one that Valerie and Amory have, which is a teamwork feat. Outflank, which grants a +2 to everybody who has this feat. It makes the flanking bonus a +4 rather than a +2. And whenever you critically hit the flank creature, it provokes an ally attack of opportunity from said ally. So I don't really want to go spending another feat on the weapon focus for just daggers. But I might do if I run out of options. I'm hoping actually just to come across a nice punching dagger at some point. But it's one of those where, you know, it's the same with any role-playing game per se. It's like sometimes you just have to suffer if you don't pick precisely the right weapon for the game. I'm just going to rest again because I changed out Tristan's spells. And then we're going to get off. Oh, that's something that I wanted to check. Tristan, can you use the spells that I just purchased? The scrolls that I just purchased. Where are the scrolls that I just purchased? There. 5. Yes. Can do. Great stuff. Just wanted to make sure that it was him who could use it and not somebody else. That's another day away. I mean, do I want to click skip a day just so that I can get Tristan working on something else? I think I am going to skip a day. Loyalty is increased by 3. There's a mermaid in the river. When trade ships operate, the council servant convinced the mermaid to leave the area. The river maiden listened to good advice and relented before the situation demanded a full raid. That's good. And now that I've freed up Tristan, there's nothing for him to do. I have made terrible choices. Shouldn't have bothered waiting around for that extra day. You need to find the legendary stonemason's punch dagger Rocky. Nope, don't get the reference. I'm guessing you're referencing the movie Rocky. But it's a bit of a random very random. Even for you. Ruling a kingdom is a serious task. Make sure you visit your capital every now and again. Nah. I love the way that I just leave the area and straight away it's like, there's something going on that you want to deal with.
Done with waiting.
Let's go up this way first of all. Nope, okay.
To victory!
There's now some behind me, I'm gonna be annoyed. This chat scroll is broken since I've had to reload. That may be annoying. Go up and stab that guy. I can bring up the combat, I can bring up the events, or I can bring up the dialogue, but I can't bring up all. Fair enough. That goes really far back. I could have seen how much damage the Will-O-Wisp did. Sorry, I'm just checking. Because if this is a lot of damage. Yeah, it's not great. It's 30 points of damage to Tristane because he failed the saving throw. Which basically means that them scrolls to reduce the amount of damage are useful because it'll take it from a 30 to a 20. But at the same token, also kind of useless because Tristan for 10 points of damage is still... well, for 20 points of damage is still squishy. You can survive 3 of those. So, yeah, that's a thing. It's also raining. Which can't be a good thing. I think it's concealment. Is it concealment on these? I can't remember. What's the effects of raining? -6 penalty perception, 20% mischance on all ranged attacks due to concealment. So this might be bad.
Repent!
Go grab the one at the back and chew him up. How dare you?
Tear them apart!
Keep meaning to try and get Cleave for Amory.
You deserved it.
Let us strike as one!
We're just mopping up here.
I grant you death.
Spell, masterwork. Not masterwork. stick, gem, not masterwork. Let's get out of here. Bum 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 bum. So I'm going to use both Tristane's spells, which I've got 3 of. If I'm still encountering Will-o'-the-Wisps after that, well, I'm going to be using that and the scrolls at the same time. Oh god, it's raining. It's not classifying it as raining though. There we go, it's stopped raining. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-da-da. That combat log makes no sense. It says round 3 started, round 4 started, with nothing in between. I had an idea about this. If we put Kara and Lindsay give him Cat's Grace. It should bump up his skill a little. So we can do this. Nope, it's still saying that it's locked. God dang it. Guessing it's only a once a go try. Right, we're going to line up over here. And then we're going to use this scroll. God fucking damn it.
I can't keep this up much longer.
I'm going to load from the autosave because I came prepared and I don't like the fact that, yes, okay, I maybe stepped a little bit too close to it, but Jesus Christ. Right, before we also go back in, I am going to take a break because I have got a bad back at the moment and need to refresh my hot water bottle. So we're going to turn on the music. We're going to put the Be Right Back screen up. We're going to start the timer. And I am going to be right back.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome back. Well, I don't know if welcome back's in order. I'm back. And if you're still around, welcome. If you're new, welcome. And don't forget to follow. I've not changed the screen. Let's go back to the game. How's that? So yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to drop us a follow. There will be a giveaway when I get 50 followers. Woohoo! It's £10 gift card or $10 gift card for either Steam or Paizo. Winner's choice. And that just about wraps it up. Currently playing through Kingmaker. Don't know where I'm supposed to be going, but I'm going here because here sounds like a... Here is where most of my journal stuff is pointing to at the moment. I mean, I could go around and do side quests. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. How far am I away from leveling? I'm still 6,000 away from leveling. Want to go over here. No, there's a body. Over here. And then I want to go to the top, and before I move, I've been watching a bit of PS5 footage, looks pretty enough. It was Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which didn't realise took place largely in ye olde England. I knew that it had something to do with England, because I glimpsed at a trailer. I mean, it's Assassin's Creed. What do you expect? Somebody runs around, murders people. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy playing Assassin's Creed as much as the next person. But I don't really think that a trailer is going to really do much for me. What's this game about? It's about becoming a king. You are Jay from work, aren't you? Thought so. It might be 50-50 England and Scandinavia. Yeah, it might go to both places, don't know. It's basically okay, Jay, we're looking at a computer version of what is essentially D&D.
All according to plan.
I am this guy,
Focus on the goal.
wearing this helmet. I have command of the whole party. I run around, I stab things, and I can't get to the main map, but there's a really big map. There's a plot running through it. So far, the plot has been get commissioned by this lord to go take out the bandit lord of a different area because he's just a bandit, kill him off, and then become the baron of the place. I'm the Baron. I've done a couple of things now that I've got a baronry established. But given the title is Kingmaker, I do believe at some point I'm going to become a king. Question mark? Don't know. Yeah, I mean, there is really a lot to take in if you don't really know what's going on. This is my party. This is an ex-priestess of the goddess of beauty. I forgot their name. Dres?
Here.
What was it? Biography. Valiant Defender. Shaylin. This is Amory. She's a barbarian, just proving her worth by murdering everything that she comes across. More viciously than her male counterparts. This is me. I'm an orc. I'm also lawful good, which is a terrible character choice, seeing as though I'm actually also a blade master, which is a rogue. This is Tristan. He is a cleric of Serenray, one of my favorite goddesses. He's basically the party healer. He's very good at it. This is a Kundeo. His family's dead, got killed by trolls, and he's been hunting them ever since. He joined up because he's good at killing trolls. This is his pet dog, which is actually a wolf, but he calls it dog.
And this is Lindsay, who is a bard who is singing and regaling us with tales, and she's writing basically what we're actually up to. We're at these ruins where things are killing me rather viciously, so I'm going to try and edge my bets by casting a couple of spells that should allow me to just suck up most of this damage and not die for once. The only problem is I only have limited amount of time for this to work. I've stripped away all of the damage reduction from 2, 3 of them. I'm not sure anymore. Right, who's this? Lindsay. Lindsay. Sing us a song, Lindsay. This is me. Move up, stab the thing.
Let us strike at once.
Strike that thing. Icundio has the most cliched fantasy tabletop background. I mean, it is a little bit cliche, but I mean, the bard who wants to sing the song of the actual adventures, I've heard that one before. I mean, Tristan isn't really a cliche, he's just so basic. You know, ever since his loyal servant Tristan arrived in the stolen lands with a difficult task, though my all manner of curses flourish here. While the answer remains uncertain, this merciful and sympathetic cleric leads his companions. I don't really know much about his backstory. The bard is more of a narrative device than a character background. Pretty much. I mean, Amory, even if they're all a cliche to a certain degree. I mean, Valerie probably is the least cliche of them all. But, you know, Amory is a barbarian with a chip on the shoulder with something to prove that she's stronger than any man. You know, don't get me wrong, it's a valiant goal, but at the same token, it's a little bit overplayed. Maybe. Which bow are we using? We're still using the look bow, good stuff. I refilled my hot water bottle and it's burning my backside. Oh yeah. Okay, so what we've done has helped in terms of damage. We're getting attacked, they're hitting a lot, but they're not doing much damage. Dog, you're still too big, you're stuck at the back, there's nothing we can do about you. Amory Rage, so we can get some bite attacks in. Who's this? Lindsay? Yeah, you're singing, so let's just do some damage. Oops, pressed a button that I wasn't supposed to. Stab this thing. Alright, don't stab that thing. Oh, we've entered the part of the game where I can't hit anything again.
Not hide from me.
There we go. Trust Ekon to do it.
Repent!
Dog is still stuck at the back. Who's this, Lindsay? Ooh, that was a crit against Valerie. That's not pretty.
Risk. This will hurt.
Still, comparatively, I think we're doing okay. It's just completely exploring this place could turn out to be expensive.
confiding.
Because now, technically, I want to throw up another... another thing. Resist elements.
Share your troubles.
Protection from energy communal. Because it wore out on most people.
What's that?
Devil warrior in full armor of Virori, holy symbols, lies. On the ground, he was stabbed in the back. Dryad token. Wasn't there somebody of Virori in the first group?
We will be victorious.
Aha, that still did no damage. Oof. Maybe I should have healed Battle there just a little before running into this one.
Nowhere to run.
I take it this is your team that you're using. For the moment, yes. I mean, I'm still not entirely convinced that this is the best team for the job all the time. But at the same token, it's like
Let's try this way.
they're the most effective one that I've had so far. Oh, you can't rage because you're still fatigued from the last time you raged. Eesh. If you've ever played the likes of Mass Effect or Dragon Age, that kind of thing, there's 3, maybe 4 people. The Grumpy Dwarf Cleric, the extremely flirty prisoner, the extremely not flirty other prisoner, and somebody else. Oh, the undead person. So yeah, there's a few other characters that I could take, and there's there's also the alchemist that I now have. I think I asked the other week before I left. Can you use your non-active party members still to? What can you use your non-active party members still to be used to do barony tasks? No, the barony tasks are done by whoever fills the position. And that is regardless of whether they're active or not active. So it's 2 completely separate trains of thought. And yeah, I do recommend you give it a try. It's available on most platforms. If you're looking to go buy it, I'd highly recommend getting the definitive edition if it's on a console. I think that's probably the only edition they'll be selling right now, but at the same token, don't get gypped into buying not the definitive edition because
You forced my hand.
the not definitive edition doesn't allow you to turn-based, because at the moment I'm playing it in turn-based where it's like everything is happening fairly slowly, especially when I stop to talk like this. But it also means that I have a chance to concentrate and think about what's going on. Yes, it is available on the Windows PC. That is what you are currently seeing it played on. No, it came out on consoles as well, which is why there's a definitive edition. It's not actually called the definitive edition on the PC. It is just still Pathfinder Kingmaker. I think it might have got a subtitle of Enhanced Edition. But no, if you look into it, the definitive edition is where they updated the consoles versions
with all of the DLC and the patches that have been done so far, which include the turn-based one. But I think if you get in on the console and it's not the definitive version, not made its way to the Switch yet. Are you saying that as a fact, or are you saying that as sort of like I've not mentioned it? Because I don't think it has, but I could be wrong.
I'll try to make this swift.
I will be dropping a leave to this, like what you're doing so far. Yeah, if you actually go through to my YouTube, by the way, you've got it from me playing this from the start. If you want a bit more of the background into how we got here. I mean, there's like 50 plus hours to catch up on, so you might not want to watch it all, but it might give you a better idea of some of what I've been doing and how it all got started, at least. But yeah, I'll catch you later.
This should do it.
And Jawad makes 22 followers, I believe? No, 23 followers.
Bring it.
We're almost halfway to 50. I know I was saying before, at 50 there'll be a giveaway. Woo! $10 or £10, one of the two.
So it's come to this.
I did think about at one point giving away a copy of this game, but I thought one of two things. One, I have no idea if you can give away copies of games on consoles and how to do it. And two, I figure most of the people who are watching this are likely to have already played it, or if they were interested in actually playing it themselves, they would have got it already. Those that
Right here, my
have no interest in playing it, excuse me, are likely to, are not likely to want a copy of it. So instead I went with a slightly more generic, sort of like £10 gift card for Steam or Paizo. Because again, Paizo is one of them where it's like, maybe people don't actually play PC games. Heavy magical shield. Events. Ancestral dwarven shield. Hey, this heavy shield grants the wielder DR2 against everything. And we got a composite shot, but that'll be good for some change. Right, where are we? Of course I'm expecting it to get attacked again. Communal. How long's... See, it's not run out for everybody yet. Let's save it. And let's hope there's no more will-o-wisps. Or the like. There's probably going to be more. I mean, I wasn't expecting somebody to be here. Let's just leave him to his business. Ooh, full plate. +2. Nice. Stairs going up to nowhere. Which we are not allowed to... Oh, we can go up. Kind of. If we click too far up, then it sends us outside. Knowledge Arcana on whatever the hell that thing is. Well, okay then.
A man stands in the center of a half-ruined hall. He is motionless. His eyes are closed, head tilted, as if he was listening to something inaudible. He's clad in tattered black and white robes, though mud and dust made his clothes look almost uniformly grey. Have you come across any race-based boosting weapons? Like if that dwarven shield just... I don't think I have. The only thing that I've come across is a suit of armor that can only be worn if you're good. Which nobody is, apparently. Or is it lawful? No, I think it's good. And he's not quite as good as Valerie's. I think Valerie could have worn it, I'm not sure. I've not seen anything racial as of yet. I do know that if you are of that race, then you get it as a default no matter what class you're playing. So if anything says that it's Orcish, I can wield it, despite the fact that I'm only a rogue who deals mainly with light weapons. And I do know that there's the same for dwarves, so if you find a dwarven axe, any dwarf can wield it. But at the same token, if you want to be a dwarven axe wielder and not a dwarf, there is a feat path that you can take that will get you the proficiency for it. Hearing your footsteps, the man shudders and turns abruptly. In the left part of his face is covered in blood and dirt. Seeing you, he gives a low growl in his throat. Trespassers. He spits on the ground. Are you so eager to die? Who are you? The man stares at you for several moments, and then suddenly grins and raises his eyebrows in mockery. Who am I? Oh, soon the whole world will know my name. The man straightens and raises his hands to the sky. Two-faced Rimzel, keeper of gates, harbinger of Nethys. I have many names, and you will pay fealty to them all. The all-seeing eye has brought me here, to this sanctuary of magic. Others came, but they did not survive the trials. I am the only one who hears the words of Nethys, and opened the gates to him, for him. Then the all-seeing eye will reward his chosen. I will become the lord of his new era. Rimzel's eyes turn glassy and dull as he keeps talking, and his speech becomes a stream of barely understandable words. It's impossible to distinguish which parts of his rambling is true and which represent his delirious fantasies. Nonetheless, the madman seems to lose interest in attacking you right now. Does he know he can access the archives of Nethys on Google? I mean, you don't even need Google. You can go straight to the archives of Nethys himself. Can't remember the website, but yeah, Google it. He did seem pretty chill, but he also think that he was a little bit preoccupied by the miscreants running around is all. An enchanted sanctuary, gates to other worlds. They are here in these ruins? Silence. You're too blind to see what surrounds you. Vibrant, bright, glorious to those who have embraced the arcane and mastered its power. Rimzel's voice drops and his eyes become unfocused. Nethys himself led me here. His voice rings in my head, calling from the portal. All these writings, all these wandering lights, only the blind cannot see the coming of the age, the all-seeing, coming of the all-seeing eye. So watch your tongue. The moment nears where I open the portal and let Nethys into this world. Fear my lord's wrath, for there will be no escape for blasphemers. Oh, so the great Nethys is just beyond this portal, yet the god of magic can't cross over on his own. Ha. Irony.
Nephthys is also known as the All-Seeing Eye, is the Garundi god who holds knowledge and magic above all things. He gained enough power to witness all things, and this both fueled his divinity and shattered his mind. He is a god of magic, torn between destroying the world with one hand and saving it with the other. Alright then. Will-o'-the-wisps roam this island. How did you get past them? Will-o'-the-wisps don't devour flesh. They feed on suffering and fear. This island is full of them, since the time when this temple was sanctified with human blood. Besides, there was no fear in my heart, only joy and awe as I was to meet my god and master. Some say this place is cursed. Cursed. Only fools claim this place is cursed. On the contrary, this tower, this portal, its true blessings are for those who can grasp its real greatness. I'm going to go with the irony because I have to be lawful good does not mean that I can't be sarcastic. One more word, insect, and you will witness it for yourself. So let's assume Nephthys waits beyond this portal. But what's beyond the portal exactly? Can you feel it? No, of course you can't. The whole tower bears marks of the arcane. Look around you. You can see these writings. Since ancient times, believers knew a portal lay here, so they left signs heralding the arrival of Nephthys. What do the writings say? A shadow crosses Rimsel's face. He stares at the writings at the writings at the walls that shimmer with ghostly light. I'll find out, he mutters, but to himself. When he comes, when he shares his boundless wisdom with me, I'll find everything I want. Enough about this place. Where are the others that came with you? Who? Ah, you're talking about those who came to the island with me. They are gone. One of them gave up halfway here. I know nothing of his fate. The second, the miserable creature, he kept talking how knowledge must belong to everyone, wisdom should be shared, about telling others about this place. He kept talking and talking, so I silenced him. Okay. Rimsel, no matter if this island is cursed or not, you're not in your right mind. You don't know what you're doing. How dare you? Nephthys himself guides me. How dare you judge the chosen one of the all-seeing eye? As you listen to Rimsel, you can't stop frowning. Something is clearly not right. Not just with the man, but his words. Nephthys, the mad deity of magic and wizardry, never speaks directly to his followers. His followers take pride in this, for their god is much too great to lower himself to such base forms of expression. Whoever or whatever Rimsel heard beyond the portal, it is not Nephthys. Listen to yourself. Nephthys speaks to me. Nephthys chose me. Yeah, you know your god does not waste his time on mortals. How long are you going to lie to yourself, claiming the voice in your head belongs to Nephthys? I found a corpse on the island. You know, the one I speak of, he's perished in suffering, terrified, cursing those who left him to die. What did he do to earn your cruelty? Near the towers of Paladin dead, stabbed in the back. You betrayed him by giving in to your own ambition and pride. So who are you after all you've done, Rimsel? I mean, I'll find the proofs that you're wrong. Curious. So don't really feel like calling the madman out on his murders. Doesn't sound like a good idea. So listen to yourself. Nephthys speaks to me. Nephthys has chosen me. What you know your god does not waste his time on mortals. How long are you going to lie to yourself, claiming the voice in your head belongs to Nephthys? But it's just, I am the chosen one. I knew it always. The chosen one, different from the others.
Mm-hmm. I found a corpse on the island. You know the one I speak of. He perished in suffering, terrified, cursing those who'd left him to die. What did he do to earn your cruelty? Mori, we should have come back for you. What have I done? As you look at him, Rimsel's face changes. The obsessive gleam in his eyes gives way to astonishment and terror. He throws a haunted look at his surroundings and touches his face and stares dully at the blood and dirt on his fingers. Great Nethys, what nightmare is this? It can't be. I failed you. Misled by illusions. Darkness took my mind, and I... Rimsel utters a heartbreaking cry and buries his face in his hands. When he finally lifts his head, you see his eyes are full of tears. How can I atone for this? All that I've done. His voice is a choked whisper. It's not possible. Rimsel blinks away the tears and turns to the portal as if recalling it's still there. But the voice that urged me to open the gates, it still sounds inside my head, but it is not Nethys. No, it's not him. It's something else. Terrible things are about to happen. Option 6, pop your head into the portal real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's advice somewhere lying around that basically says, no, don't do that in a lot of cases. The man turns back to you. I would never be able to repay for your help, stranger, but I must ask you about one more thing. Will you help me confront the creature that awaits beyond the portal? I'll be able to open it and let this thing come to Galarian. We have to destroy it before it finds some new prey. Rimsel covers his eyes. When we've done this, I'll stay here and make sure no living soul ever falls victim to this island. We know nothing about the creature that waits the other side of the portal. Give me some time to get ready. I'll wait for you. Don't waste your time. I'm not. I'm going to click on that.
I'm sorry.
Strange ripple fills the air, and that's all we know. Right. Okay. This seems like a terrible idea. So we are going to buff up. We're going to give full strength and bear's endurance. We're going to give out some cat's grace.
I'm listening.
We're going to give... We're not going to do that just yet. Right, what else do we have? Ooh, what's this? That's this. Duration 1 round a level. No, that's best to keep until he's here. Right, click that. Lindsay, click that. Click
No mistake.
back to me. Once these 2 spells take hold, talk to the guy. I'm ready to face what lies beyond and praise Nethys. It's time to end this. Do it quickly before things start wearing off. Oh, it's just a skull. Oh. It's Duke Dazzleflare. Not quite what I was expecting to come out of this portal. What do we know about it? It's a 16 aberration. It's immunity to electricity. Now that's a Duke.
Get you dead.
I mean, I may or may not have over-prepared for this. Dog, get in there before the other wolves take your place.
Let us strike his
Valerie, go tank it and miss with a natural 1. We will do a quick little prayer. Because that will help with all of the things. Nice.
My name is Duke Dazzleflare, and my head is Mighty Shine. Woof. Yep, typical Chiron. Fails to hit anything.
Cannot hide from me.
And there we go. I was prepared and it was excessively easy. I was waiting for you. Are you sure you want to stay on this island? This is my penance. Someone must keep watch over the portal. I won't let anyone else die here or become enslaved by temptation. You're a threat to yourself and others. I'd best kill you. If your mind is clear, tell me about this place. This is a place where two worlds connect. The border is razor thin, so it gave birth to a portal. Now it's sealed, but when I was performing a ritual here, I noticed it's easy to open. Someone must have used this portal before, but not too long ago. Can you seal the portal permanently? Alas, I am not able to do it. The only thing I can do is become the guardian of this portal till the end of my days. Locals claim this island is cursed. Cursed? Definitely not. The tower is full of magic, but cursed, unless you call a clouded mind a curse of sorts. Thanks, I've learned all I wanted. I'll leave you be, farewell. Oh. Dazzle Flazzle dropped a Cypress Queen's Flute. I mean, okay. That was a little anticlimactical. Not gonna lie. So I nearly died several times on the way up here, and yep, I arrived here and was able to straight up the thing is, the lost child. And Mommy Dearest confessed that she shouldn't have blamed the witch. For the real story is that she got angry and shouted at the boy, demanding he leave. So he did. So irresponsible. But then the neglectful mother recalls saying she wished he'd go drown in Candlemere Lake. We have no better leads, so we might as well look there. Which I'm pretty sure is where we're at. Oh, we're at Candlemere Tower.
That is not far.
How do I get down again? There it is. I don't think the kid's
As it
here.
should be.
Or if the kid, well, the kid is probably long gone from where he was. You know, he's been out in the wilderness now for about 30 days. Not gonna lie. Don't know how old the kid is, like, but I get the feeling that if this game did actually keep track of time like that, then he'd be long dead. And I'd probably feel bad about it, maybe. I don't know. I'm lawful good. Do I have to feel bad about kids dying? Alright. So let's assume that the kid's not dead. But is it along this coast somewhere? No? Okay. I think I need to cross the river.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Yes, resting would be nice, but we don't get any rest because you're a peasant.
Something on the road, get ready. Did you learn anything about from the boat's magnifying glasses? Not really. It was basically, it looked like somebody had prepared for a journey here some time ago. Hey, look there, everyone. I know that bobber. That mighty and strong one came to trouble, killed many, many trolls. We had to run. This bobber killed King Harakuka easily, like smashing a hair. Strong bobber. Scary like fire. Run for your life. I mean... you don't get away with that easily. People are fatigued, so
This
they
will
can't
hurt.
charge.
They go down! Nowhere to run.
Oof. You can run, but you're not close enough to anybody to dash at them. Don't go around the dog. Why did I not get an attack of opportunity? Why does dog not get an attack of opportunity? I mean, to be fair, they are trying to run away, so maybe I shouldn't be killing the trolls.
Let's try this way.
Need to switch the bow to the level 1.
I aim true.
Because that's the main source of acid damage. Need to get back round to Ekunda. Interesting event. I mean, it's good in a way that you see that I'm guessing that this event wouldn't happen until you've actually taken care of the
In due
trolls.
time.
But it did seem a little bit pointless. It's certainly nothing that a GM would have rolled initiative for, I feel. They'd either have it that you turn up, you see them, you either kill, you get to make the choice, kill them or leave them. And that's it.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
I never did see the point in... well, no, it's probably...
Bum, bum, bum. There is a way of getting it so that you can delete and ban people without being in moderator mode. I just can't remember how to turn that feature on. Because I moderate Half Singer Games channel, and right in all of the chats I have 3 little buttons beside each message, which allows me to delete the message, ban the person, or time out the person. But I don't know how you turn that on and off.
We should gather our strength.
Yes, let us rest. Oh. Special roles. Ecundos. Ecundo decreasing ration consumption by 2. Oh, okay. Nice.
How did you get so good at reading tracks? It's like the ground talks to you. What do you look for? Is it some kind of magic?
I look at the ground and everything is clear. Look more and ask less. Then you'll understand.
That's Ekun's way of saying, shut up, Lindsay, you're annoying. With all the talking. I wonder if kids in the lizard folk village. See what's further down this coast. Empty Skull Rock. See, he's dropped a dragon token, which seems like a terrible idea, but fight! I know to a certain degree it is just a token for the token's sake, it's not.
End this suffering.
Oh, it's goblins! It's honest to God goblins. I wasn't sure if these guys actually made an appearance in this game. I mean, what do we know about them? We know that their threat level is 5, so not excessively concerned. But you're quite right, there is quite a few of them. And protect the cleric, that's what he is. Ooh, he's actually kind of tough. See, I think they missed a trick here. They should have put in a goblin song. It would have been hilarious. Ah, bum bum bum.
This is where I step in.
Can they take care of the ranged people? Murder this guy. Thank you.
This should do it.
Tristan, let's have a 5-foot step away from people who could kill you. See, even Tristan has a
Onward!
7 to hit. I'm not still rolling out dragon rocking up. They're the classic Paizo Hey Arnold goblin, pace goblins too. I mean, I like the fact that they, Paizo has chosen a style and stuck with it. That isn't always to the normal standards.
Bring it!
It's one of them where it's like, there's something that changed dramatically in D&D And I can't remember what it is. I think it's kobolds. If you go back, if you play Baldur's Gate, kobolds look a certain way. And then you get past Baldur's Gate and look at every other kobold ever, and they've all got a very much different style to them. Take out this guy. Take out the guy stood next to him. No, he's shooting the close by ones. See, the melee fighters will take care of those.
A calculated risk.
See?
You forced my hand.
I love the way that Tristan only needs a 7 to hit and still doesn't quite manage it. Just charge down that one. Oof. Take care of that one. Or don't. I can do. Take care of that one. Thank you. See, I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't put in dog slices. Daggers and short bows. Daggers and short bows. Yep, not a single dragon to be seen. Leave. This place bores me now. 21 out of 100 I've survived random encounters. Right, keep going up around this way. Let's see what there is around the lake. He dropped another dragon! Fight! This is just more goblins. I'm just going to be silent. Okay. We're in goblin territory. I know, it's a nightmare skeleton soldiers. Well, they don't seem like fun.
Depend on me.
No, okay.
Cannot hide
Let's stick
from
with
me.
this.
To victory!
That's one skeleton out of the way. And this is just a surprise round.
I'll try to make this swift. This will hurt.
That means 100 possible encounters, not that you've died in 79 encounters. Yes, it means that I've finished 21 encounters. There's another 79 that I need to finish to get an achievement. I don't think they have to be unique because I'm pretty sure they're not all unique.
Serves you
I
right.
suppose they could be. Where's this other one? Oh, there it is. Okay.
So it's come to this.
Take out this guy.
Nowhere to run.
Shoot, had to move.
Let's try this way.
Oof, this couple decided to come up behind me. Oof. They're just multiplying before my very eyes. Sure. Valerie, yeah, those three. Alright, charge back at this. Nope, can't charge this guy. What a nightmare. But Tish. Right, charge up at that guy. Lindsay, step away and shoot this guy. There we go. Thank you for joining us. So glad you can make it. Get rid of that one. Now I have a button for this. Ah, here it is. Didn't do quite as much damage as I was hoping though. I mean, it succeeded, so it was only... Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't tell whether that means they rolled 5d6 and got 7. Or if it's 5d6 and got 14, they got halved to 7. But even 5d6 for 14... Well, 5d6 for 14 isn't bad. It's slightly less than average. But if it was 5d6 for 7, that's horrendous. Kundaya, move back. Take out these guys. You'd think, British Bumbershoot, you'd think.
This should do it.
But I'm pretty sure I can get some more natural ones in before the end.
Onward!
I mean, they're having a good job at trying to roll badly anyway. I mean, the skeleton just got a natural one. Does that count? Give up on using that. Because there's only one left down there.
I aim true.
A calculated risk.
Stay behind me!
Valerie, you're slack. Not Valerie, Amory. There's another natural one. Shoot. That was a natural one by the player himself. He accidentally misclicked and sent Lindsay to stand next to the enemy. Amory, you're slacking. You got 2 skeletons up there and you've not killed them both by now. Having to send the wolf in to help.
Repent!
Boom, boom, boom.
Ha!
Gonna slowly start walking you across the map. Itchy lub.
You forced my hand.
grant you death.
Don't you just love it when everybody misses? There we go. Masterwork longsword. Okay. See, I keep forgetting how to actually do this, rather than running around trying to find all the bodies. If you just go to leave the area, it brings up this loot sheet for everything that's in the area, rather than having to go around and click on all the bodies. So much easier. Right, I do believe we're technically past the lake now. So I'm curious to see.
May we have a moment of respite?
Yeah, so it's up to. No, another random encounter. But I didn't get to avoid. Time are we on? 15 minutes to go. Oh, well, it's not quite a dragon. This is potentially a terrible idea.
I will fulfill your orders.
Supplies!
From me.
I wish there was another way.
What a surprise round. We got 2 wyverns and 4 goblins. Everything is potentially terrible. I mean, they're not very difficult to hit. That's a slightly disconcerting thing, I believe.
Tear them apart! They go down!
Bum, ba, bum.
This didn't work. I must be doing it wrong.
Oh,
This didn't work.
come on.
I must be doing it wrong.
Ooh, excuse me. No, there's 3 wyverns. The wyverns are killing the goblins. And the wyverns get a lot of attacks. We need to put these things down now. Kill stealing hippie. I hope I got XP for that.
So it's come to this.
Well, yeah, the wyverns are doing poison damage, so I want to get rid of them as quickly as possible. And then we can just mop up the goblins after. Maybe take out the alchemist.
You deserved it.
Just because him throwing bombs around is possibly more dangerous
Story.
to me than anything else going on right now. You're in my way.
Look at me, Gora!
And that's what you get for being in my way. I wonder if I can technically flank with the goblin? Who
Then
knows?
a strike is won.
Get rid of the other goblin. There's a goblin alchemist out of the way. That guy stands up. That guy didn't die. Ugh. Silly goblin. Alright, take care of that goblin because that frees up Amory to chase after the wyvern. We're out of goblins.
Any last wishes?
Oh, you can't bleed in. You're fatigued. Of course it detects you, not the tank. Yeah, of course it does.
This will hurt.
I mean, I just did 55 damage to it, so against Valerie's nothing. So that's a little bit, next round it kind of made sense. Oh wait, no, it just died. Who are you gonna go after? You're gonna have to go Dog, who was right there. Oh shoot. One of the things I wish that there was just a little bit of an undo button. I know it's a bit, as long as it was undoing something, and it kind of remembered the dice roll, so you couldn't undo it and redo it. If you didn't like the result a little. Yeah, they're not actually dragons, though, I'm afraid. We were hoping for dragons, but they're just wyvern, so more poison that's the problem. Skin, loot. Take that. Take that. Masterwork short sword. These were some fairly well stocked goblins. Skin, screwed it up. Masterwork short sword.
Follow my lead.
Here there be dragons. I think it's just here be dragons. I think Var is over there. So there be dragons. Yeah, you were right the first time. There be dragons. British Bumbershoot is my prime candidate for. I don't want to really rest so close to the capital. Hey, the curse is finished. Okay, right. Curses. The curse at Candlemere. And curses of Baltop. There's an event. Herbalists. Alright. Event of the month. Do I want to send him off on that? 3 divine and rank. Is rank? No, okay. Events. Fame magic. I could send Tristan. I don't really fancy sending him off to do more research onto the curses just yet. Because the curses are expensive and I want to get that 300 BP so that I can get this region. I want to get that 400 BP so I can get this region. So, events. These are cheap. Faith and loyalty, yeah. Oh yeah, hi Spider, by the way. Wasn't ignoring you, just totally slipped my mind that you just only appeared in chat. I didn't realize that this game had the Baldur's Gate move to the spot icon and things. This makes me like it a lot. I mean, it's got... I'm pretty certain that article is the face of news.
No, old maps actually say here be dragons. Fake news. Yeah, it's got a very Baldur's Gate feel to it, but it's also got, you know, if we go back onto this kingdom thing, it actually has this where you're managing a kingdom. These towns you can go into, and you get to build up the settlement. This place has 3 spots available, and it's a village. It will, once I get 3 villages, then I can make a town. Once I make the town, once I get 3 towns, I can make a city, I think, which increases the number of slots that it's got. These increase your stats, which then increase how many BPs you get per week, which stand for build points, which then allows you to do more on the map. And that's just one side of it. I mean, you know, most of what you're doing is actually in the, you know, you move around. Why haven't I done this yet? Claim it. Maybe I shouldn't have spent BP on claiming that. Oh well. It's got new events over here. But yeah, you can actually, if you wish, if you don't like this element to it, there's options in the difficulty settings to basically turn it on so it does it handles all the kingdom management for you, reverting it back down to a more of a Baldur's Gate kind of feel. Why did I get an exclamation mark at the city if nobody wanted to talk to me here? That's weird. But yeah, I need more of. I can get more advisors at some point. More advisor slots, which allow me to do more things. Everybody's tired, so I'm gonna go send them to sleep. Bomb. I'm gonna go talk to that mother again, see if she knows anything about where the kid might be. Because I've been the entire way around the lake. I've not found the kid on the island in the middle of the lake. But yeah, 9 times out of 10 you'll be seeing this view where it's, you know, running around killing things like Baldur's Gate. You've got companions like Baldur's Gate that you can pick up and drop off, more along the lines of Mass Effect, or what's the other one called? Yeah, it's isometric. It's all it's fixed point of view, which is a little bit annoying at times because there's some places where they've gone with a design choice where they've got really tall trees, and sometimes you're trying to navigate around the trees. I think that's a little bit of a bugbear of mine. But yeah, for the most part, it is kind of the trying himself in chamomile. I don't know where your kid is. It's earmarked as sort of like the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, although a lot of things tend to fall into that category.
It is finished.
I'm just going to take the coins. I shouldn't actually be taking anything. I'm lawful good. That wasn't very pleasant of me. Laughing if I found the kid upstairs or something. These are all very shifty people hanging around in here. And that's an axe in a bed. Dwarf, what are you doing with an axe in your bed?
A trivial matter.
I don't mind breaking in places because, you know, I'm the lord of this place. I can inspect my local tavern if I want. Okay. I really don't know where I'm going for this bleeding kid. So yeah, here I could switch out people if I wanted. I will also say that he's probably got the same level of... He doesn't handhold you as much as many modern role-playing games would seem to. You know, if you've played the likes of Skyrim and Mass Effect, it's sort of like, you know, it's not pick a quest and it gives you a little waypoint that you go to. You go there. I mean, it does in some regards, you know, on this map, it's all like it's got new events, but there's the lost child that's been lost for a while now. I mean, the kid's dead, in all honesty. I'm just trying to find the body to make the mother feel bad, but it's all, I've been all the way around this lake and have not seen any sign of the kid. The only other thing that I can think is I could try the lizard folk village. Because I've never been there. I'll try the lizard folk village. But that will probably have to wait until my next stream, because it is, in fact, midnight, and that is when I stop my stream. Why is it done that? Don't know, carry on. Plenty of places to visit. Some are, you know, fairly large maps, some are fairly small maps. It's a nice mix. I will also say that, you know, this is like chapter 2 of the game. I don't know how many chapters there are. It wouldn't surprise me if I did actually find an Easter egg which paid a lot of homage to Baldur's Gate. But I've been playing, you know, this is session 22. So I'm anywhere between 44 and 60 hours. Not quite sure. I changed how long I streamed somewhere in the middle. I need to go back and give me an hour count. But I'm definitely about 50 hours into this game, and it doesn't feel like it's letting up anytime soon. Partly because I don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time, so it's a lot of time just wandering around, wondering where things are. You know, I've just done this thing, just done the quest at Candlemere Lake, thinking, Candlemere Tower, thinking that maybe the kid was at the tower. He wasn't. There was another quest to do there, so it wasn't a complete waste. But at the same token, it's like, I have no idea where this kid is. Kid's gone. But yes, I am going to save. I am going to switch out to the stream ending. I'm going to start playing some background music. So yeah, this has me been playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. If you're interested in it, I definitely recommend giving it a look at. 100% zombie kid 100% in your future. Wouldn't surprise me if something bad's already happened to the kid. It does seem to be that kind of game. But yeah. So yeah, I am now going to go raid Halfsinger Games, if she's streaming already. The game, every time that I call out that they'll be playing Starfound this week, then it turns out that I'm lying because it's not actually Starfound week for some reason. But she is streaming, and it says that they're playing D&D, which is actually Starfinder, but for reasons they set it to D&D. I will be back next Tuesday at 6 p.m. British time. GMT, something like that. What is the not British summertime? Yeah, I find one of the funny things about Twitch is it doesn't seem to be very good at updating itself to let you know who's streaming. Even if you've got notifications and everything turned on, the number of times where I've been watching a Twitch channel and somebody's posted in one of their Discords that they're going live, and it's like, it's not according to Twitch. You click on their channel and it's like, oh, they are live. So, much fun to be had there. Anyway, I'm going to get off. If you want to join me in the raid, we are going just about now, and I'll see you next time. Daddy bye.